You know, there's a thing that retail stores have been known to do. They've sold shoes for $50, then raised their price to $75 so that the next day they can put up a thing that says 35% off sale. These shoes now for $50. Well, wait a minute. You were always selling them for $50 and now I'm supposed to feel good about this? John, what does that have to do with anything? Well, that's Universal Studios, ladies and gentlemen. Universal Studios is that retailer who is selling for $50, raised the price, and now are telling you it's on sale for selling it to you for $50. Because according to Deadline, Universal is to extend its exclusive theatrical window for movies to 45 days in 2027.
Wow.
Wow. So you're going to do what everybody else is doing already?
But in 2 years.
Listen, I like Universal Studios. They very much. I like going to their theme parks. I like a lot of their movies. I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong. But I can be a fan and still call you out on your bullshit. And Universal is giving off a strong aroma of bullshit. Because Universal, in this whole, one of the big things that has been destroying the theatrical industry and the movie industry as a whole is the erosion of the exclusive theatrical window. Because the more and more, the shorter and shorter you make that window between when movies are in theaters and when you put it out, the more and more you are training movie audiences to go, oh, we don't need to go see it. Because like in 7 days, it's going to be on streaming, whatever, right? Universal Studios, from my perception and the way I've put this all together and all the facts I look at, Universal Studios has been at the forefront of eroding that theatrical window right from the beginning. Like they were the first ones when they found a willing sucker in AMC's Adam Aaron, who was the first moron to, as a theater owner, to give into Universal's things of radically shrinking the theatrical window. And now Adam Aaron cries, oh, the theatrical windows need to be longer. Well, maybe you shouldn't have been a dipshit and allowed them to close them already anyway. Anyway, neither here nor there. So now Universal's coming out, while the rest of the industry has kind of made 45 days the standard. Universal Studios comes out saying, hey, everybody, good news. Next year, we recognize how important theatrical windows are. Really? And so next year, we are extending our theatrical window to 45 days, just like everybody else. The article over at Deadline said the following: Universal will be extending the exclusive theatrical window for its 2027 movie releases to 45 days, 7 weekends. Deadline has confirmed. This theatrical window will not extend to Universal Focus feature titles, which will still stick at around 17 days. Note, Universal playing movies at 5 weekends exclusively is not new news. The studio's already been doing that for some of its bigger studio fare. During COVID, of course, they laid out their new release thing, and they talk about movies that open to under $50 million go to PVOD faster than those that open to over $50 million. So they're codifying that a little bit now. Donna Langley, who I like very much, by the way. I like Donna. I think she's a great studio executive. The chair of NBC Universal Entertainment made the window plans official in the New York Times this morning. She said this: our windowing strategy has always been designed to evolve with the marketplace. But we firmly believe in the primacy of theatrical exclusivity and working closely with our exhibition partners to support a healthy, sustainable theatrical ecosystem, she said. In other words, we realize now that doing what we've been doing hurts us, hurts our movies, and hurts our industry. Which, when you hurt your industry, you hurt your movies and you hurt yourself. It's cyclical. So, in the world of good news or bad news, this is good news. But don't expect me to give any medals out to Universal for this. I mean, it's like you've got a neighborhood kid punching your kids in the balls once a minute. And then they come back and say, hey, good news. I now only punch them in the balls once an hour. Isn't that great? Aren't I a good boy?
Yeah.
No, you're still an idiot, but hey, at least you're a little bit less of an idiot now. So anyway, kudos for this, but I'm not going to be handing out any prizes to them. But still, Rob, I think, again, This is a reflection of what you and I have been saying for a number of years now, that at some point, and we've seen other studios do it, and we've seen streamers come to this realization too. At some point, they're going to recognize that the shorter and shorter windows and how they deal with theatrical is crippling the industry, and they're going to start to go back to things. We've talked about many examples of it happening already. It seems to be happening again. What do you think about this move from Universal? Expected, not expected? What do you think?
Look, I like that they're committing more to theatrical. That's nice. And they're doing it right so they can say they're doing it at CinemaCon. Yay. And I give it up to them. Maybe it's based on projections, the theatrical marketplace getting bigger because of the fair that's coming out in 2026. I would like to think so. But really, the business itself has to pick itself up by the bootstraps. And if they're committing to theatrical, this is a good thing. I mean, ultimately, it's a good thing. Yes, they're going back to the way things was meant to be, like Cyrus and the Warriors. But I'm dubious, John. We'll see. We'll see how they do. They might change their mind if they don't have a very good 2026. I think this is, market forces determine whether or not they're gonna stick to this. I'm glad they're doing this now, but they need to commit to their movies right away and make sure that they can bolster all of their theatrical releases, not just the ones beginning in 2027. They can't just decide, well, now we've got a 45-day release schedule, so we're going to market accordingly.
There might be contractual issues that we're not aware
That's
of.
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I would say this too. If they were to say, oh no, we didn't have a very good 2026, what I would say to Donna Langley, again, who I think is a terrific movie exec, I would say, yeah, because you've damaged the industry, you need to now change course and get this fixed. It's like somebody taking heroin and then they stop taking heroin. Oh no, I don't feel good. I better take more heroin so I feel better.
Yeah.
It's like, you see the destructive circle here. And so hopefully, I think they will follow through with this simply because I think they recognize it's in their own best interest. They're not doing this as a favor to anybody.
Right.
They're doing this because they recognize it's in their own best interests. And I always trust corporations to do what's in their own best interest. Unless you're Adam Aaron at AMC who can't tell your ass from the door. Anyway, guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. March is a time when we celebrate the women in our lives and recognize everything they carry every single day. Women often take on a lot, and sometimes their own well-being gets pushed to the side. And it's a great reminder of how much women give to the people in their lives. So this month is a great time to pause and reflect on the roles that you carry and the pressures that can come with them. Therapy can be a helpful space to work through those challenges, create balances, and set healthy boundaries so you can take care of yourself too. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp connects people with licensed therapists who follow a strict code of conduct. With over 30,000 therapists and more than 6 million people served worldwide, BetterHelp has an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for live sessions based on 1.7 million client reviews. They also match you with a therapist based on a short questionnaire, and if your first match isn't the right fit, you can switch to another from their recommendations. Your emotional well-being matters. Find support and feel lighter in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's betterhelp.com/Campea. Guys, question is for you. I don't know why I said that. What do you think about this? Universal Studios is saying they are going to go back to a 45-day window, which is what everybody else already does, but hey, kudos to them. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.